It's time for a tune-up. Premier Heating and Air is offering summer tune-up specials for only $109. Need a new AC unit? Payments start as low as $89 a month. Less than perfect credit? No problem. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company.
Al sells cars well at Dublin Nissan.
Henrietta sells cars well at Dublin Nissan.
Jay sells cars well at Dublin Nissan.
We do cars well every day at Dublin Nissan.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future? That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
Welcome everybody. I'm glad to have with me today Jayden Todd. And Jayden, I was telling you off camera a while ago, I watched you grow up, and boy, have you grown.
Yes, sir.
I remember you was a little bitty squirt running around playing rec ball, and we played travel ball, and me and your mom and your grandmother, which we've known each other forever and ever, but and my dad and many people like us followed y'all everywhere. And time waits on no one, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Can you believe, you're not that old that you don't remember, but can you believe that much time has passed?
It's crazy. It just flew by.
Yeah. I'm extremely, I told your grandmother and your mom last week, but I could not be any prouder of anybody than I am of you, what you have done. And we're excited. We're here at West Lawrence today, and Jayden has just committed to Florida State. And we had some echoes in the background there a while ago saying, well, when he goes to Georgia, we want him to go to Georgia, but Florida State is a class act of a ball club. They're winners. They're winners. And you picked a fine school. You did. You picked a fine school, and I know you're going to be happy there. And you might as well get ready, because your mom and your grandma is going to be following you probably to Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech. There's no telling where Clemson. Those are some of the teams in that division, but they'll be following you everywhere they can. So, but tell me on a personal level before we get going, seeing your mom and grandmother and the support of your family all these years, what does that mean to you?
Man, it means everything. It means the world. I mean, my mom's been with me throughout this whole thing, throughout this whole journey since I was a little kid, and grandma's right there too. So I mean, just the support, I feel like that's a huge thing that someone needs as a player, as a student.
And you've seen it both ways. You played ball with kids that were out there and had nobody pulling for them.
No doubt.
Nobody hollering their name. There was probably times you probably thought, I wish they'd quit hollering my name, you know, and I don't think you did. I'm just cutting up. But then there's some players, even when I was growing up, I felt so bad for certain kids that just didn't have that person rooting for them.
Yes,
and you don't fall in that category. So, and I know you're good enough to know that first and foremost, you thank God, don't you?
Oh, no doubt. Yes, sir. Number one.
Yeah, can't do it by yourself. So tell me why you picked Florida State.
I got to Florida State in the spring. I mean, it just felt like a home. As soon as I stepped foot on campus, the coaches were very welcoming. They had great hospitality, and Florida State's just the place I wanted to be. I knew as soon as the day I left campus, this is where I wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
So.
How did it feel putting that uniform on?
Felt great. I think I looked good in it. So.
I've been to many a Florida State game. Even back in the old days, there was a corner of the field. You couldn't see the other end of the field. You really want to go to a Florida State game to sit down there, but I've seen them play many a game in that field in Tallahassee. It's been redone since then, but back in Bobby Bowden's days. And so did you get to meet all the coaches, the head coach? What was your impression there?
I loved all the coaches. I mean, there's some O-line assistants, Gabe Fertitta and Cooper Williams. I love them. Coach Alex Atkins is a head offensive line guy. He's a really good guy, really down to earth. And then their head coach, Martin Reville, is one of the greatest guys you'll ever meet. He's a great coach. So I'm very happy to be playing underneath those guys, no doubt.
And you felt very welcome, obviously. So what are they looking at you? Where do you think you'll be playing?
Either guard or tackle right now, offensive guard or offensive tackle on the line. I feel like that's where they'll have me. I mean, I could play center if they needed me to, I feel like, but anywhere on the O-line really where I'll go.
How tall are you?
About 6'6".
Yeah, that's why we're sitting down. I don't interview many people taller than I am. I'm 6'1", and I said, well, I'm going to sit. I told the media center specialist when I came in, I said, we're going to sit down. I don't like looking up at anybody, so, but I mean, I don't mind looking up at you, but I thought I'd be a lot more comfortable when you would too sitting here. But y'all been practicing ball here at West Orange every day, haven't you?
Yes, sir, we have.
How about the heat?
Through Friday. It's hot out here. It is hot out here, I promise you that.
Well, it's summertime, man.
Yeah.
But it's different. You know, I don't run my air a whole lot in my car, and I've run it lately because it's been extremely hot. But you getting in and out of your car all the time, it is rough on you. But it's a different thing when you're out there, and they ain't no air conditioner to get in and out of.
No, sir.
I mean, you out there in it.
Yeah, you got those 3-minute water breaks and then you're back at it.
Yeah. So how much you weigh?
I'm about 320 right now.
And what about the weight room? What you doing there?
My numbers aren't that high. I think I'm benching about 300 right now and squatting about.
That's all.
85.
Like I can lift 300, huh? I never could do that. And your legs, what did you say
I
that?
think I'm squatting about 385 right
Okay, good. Almost 400, huh?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's good. And that's good, though. You do it with repetition.
Yes, sir.
And them big old legs you got, you got to be strong in them,
Yes,
huh?
sir.
Well, we're talking with Jayden Todd here at West Lawrence. He is committed to Florida State. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back right after this.
Hey, I'm Heather Harrison.
And I'm Kim Bracewell.
And I've been a member of Fairview Fitness Center for 10 years.
And I've been a member for over 20 years.
We love taking the strength training class here. The energy from the teachers is just fantastic.
And also, I play racquetball and would love to have you come play racquetball with us.
So come join us at Fairview Fitness Center.
Jason services cars well at Dublin Chevrolet.
Eli sells cars well at Dublin Chevrolet.
Rob Houston sells cars well at Dublin Chevrolet.
Dylan sells cars well at Dublin Chevrolet.
We do cars well every day at Dublin Chevrolet.
As we age, we face more physical concerns. Rehab Advantage in Sports Medicine can help you live a more pain-free life. Back pain, stiff joints, balance concerns, arthritis, and more. Rehab Advantage in Sports Medicine can help you improve your quality of life. Call for a free evaluation today. 478-275-1800. Rehab Advantage in Sports Medicine accepts referrals from your doctor, or no referral is needed with direct access for up to 8 visits. So call for your free consultation today. 478-275-1800. Rehab Advantage in Sports Medicine, 911 Hillcrest Parkway in Dublin, or at rehabadvantagesportsmed.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm talking with Jayden Todd at West Lawrence High School, and behind the camera, Jayden, there's a lot of work going on preparing for school, and people don't realize, even students, I don't think, the work that goes in that these teachers do. I got to know, let's go with high school at West Lawrence, who is some of the teachers and or coaches that have been instrumental in your high school career?
Well, Coach Morgan, he left. He was our O-line coach last year. He left. He was a big impact on me because, you know, I didn't really enjoy playing for Coach Respert, and then I came out last year for play. Coach Morgan really inspired me to come out and play, so I really enjoyed having him as a coach and as like a mentor. He was one of the big guys.
What about teacher? That's a hard one.
I don't know off the top of my head, to be honest.
Are you, when you go to Florida State, did you talk to anybody in the academic side? Do you know what you I'd said off camera to you a while ago, you're going to follow in Bebe's steps. That's my plans for you. Go to Denver, somewhere like that. But what will you be majoring in at Florida State?
I think I'm majoring in business, just get my business degree, and then I feel like I can do a lot of stuff with a business degree. So.
Okay, you got on Raider baseball. You played a lot of baseball in your career.
Yes, sir.
Did you even consider going to a school at the next level and play baseball?
I mean, yes, sir. I did consider it. I mean, it's always been a dream of mine, of course. But when football came along and I had Florida State, you know, like schools like that, it's just what I figured I want to do.
Hard to turn that down.
Yeah, it is hard.
Yeah. But I can see in them, I was looking this morning at some of the pictures that I have. Of course, you never was a little bitty kid. I don't mean that, but you was small. But I cannot believe where time went. Seeing you in that little baseball uniform, through many teams, through travel ball, and of course I was looking Dudley Little League uniforms. And what are you going to miss most about being at West Lawrence when you go off to college?
I feel like I miss the people the most. I feel like the communities are great. I feel like Dublin's a great town. They have a great community and great people in it. So, I mean, I feel like I'll miss that the most. But I definitely feel like I'll be able to come back and visit with it only being 3.5 hours away. So I'll stay close.
Yeah, and I think continue to be a mentor for the younger kids to help build them up. I don't know if you remember this. The last time I saw you, you remember? Remember the last time I saw you?
Might have been at East Lawrence High School football game.
It was prom night, and you was taking pictures at the farmer's market. It was starting to rain that day, and you and your girlfriend, or your date, I don't know about your girlfriend, but your date for the prom. A lot of kids don't, it's like Camden, I'll say, ask him about his girlfriend. Papa, we just talking. You know, she's not my girlfriend, so I don't know about kids now. I don't know what talking is. You know, you've been going out with her for a year, so, but anyway, but I do remember y'all taking pictures that day, and I couldn't believe, I said, gosh, Jayden has grown up so quick. It's incredible. Well, tell me about West Lawrence this year. What are y'all looking like?
I feel like we got a good team this year. I mean, last year we had new coaching staff. This year we have even more new coaching staff, but last year you had that senior group, and it was just hard for all of them to buy in. It was hard for them to buy in with that new coach just coming in, almost ruining their senior year. They felt like that. But this year, I feel like our senior group, we had a couple of good leaders like me and Quentin Clark and Jordan Spencer, Jorian Parker, people like that. That are just pushing for this whole class to just buy in and really going all out for this year.
Yeah. And you still got a young quarterback. You told me he was a sophomore?
Yeah,
Is that?
he's a sophomore, yes, sir.
That's just.
Yeah, it is crazy.
That's incredible.
He is a good leader.
But what I hear on the seniors, y'all gonna step up to the pump.
No doubt. I mean, like those guys I named, Johnny Williams is another name.
Yeah.
I mean, just like Cam Clark, people like that. Like, we just all are buying in.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a good year. Definitely a turnaround season, no doubt.
So important.
Yeah.
And I understand the kids, not knocking anybody, but it's hard when a new coach comes in like that. Here you are, it's your last year. But I know here at West Lawrence several years ago, we had, in 4 years, if you started in the 9th grade, you had a new head coach every year. You may remember that, but that's got to be hard.
It is. I feel like.
Because, you know, you buy in on one program, here comes another one. They all got different offenses or different plays they run. So it's got to be tough, mentally, more than anything. Where are you at this year? You told me where you're going to play at Florida State, but where are we going to see you on which side of the ball this year?
You'll still see me on the right side of the ball. I'll be playing by another senior named Jameer Usher, and me and him will be on the right side. You know, so definitely looking forward to that.
Y'all got that side covered, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, we looking forward to on our game of the week. So many of those kids, you hear the names called quite a bit, but I'm looking forward to hearing your name called a lot this year. So I tell you, West Lawrence is a wonderful school, and you couldn't find a better band, could you?
No, I couldn't.
If you can't get that psyched up, yeah, you hear the band playing, and it does fire you up. The cheerleaders, and you know, and agree or disagree, but football is more than the players. You know, you practice all summer, every day. But when you get out there, if you didn't have the cheerleaders and the band and the fans, it wouldn't be no fun playing.
I no doubt agree with that. No doubt.
If you was out there by yourself.
You come out on Friday night, I mean, you open that locker room door and you just hear that band start playing, it's a different type of feeling.
Oh, yeah. And to me, being at West Lawrence is kind of like a college feel, you know, the feel of the game because, you know, anybody's ever been to a West Lawrence game, you know it is, there is excitement. You hear it. You can feel the excitement. The fans are here. They support West Lawrence. So, well, I'm looking forward this year. We're going to take another quick break. We're going to come back and wrap things up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Gay. I'm a local orthopedic surgeon with Houston Clinic Orthopedics, and we'd really like to invite everybody to come out to our new office facility to take a look at it. It's a larger space with physical therapy, and we're just excited to have it, and we'd love for people to come out and visit us.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin. MedFirst is committed to service and quality care. Located on Hillcrest Parkway near Fairview Park Hospital, we're built on the philosophy of continually providing new and effective services to meet the healthcare needs of the communities we serve. We have a complete inventory of all the latest in-home medical equipment and appliances. Also, the latest technology in seat lift chairs is displayed in one of the largest medical showrooms anywhere. MedFirst has become a leader in sleep therapy services in the Middle Georgia area, as well as home respiratory services. Roger Folsom and the team at MedFirst look forward to taking care of all your home medical needs. So call us today at 478-274-1900 or come by and see us at 1204 Hillcrest Parkway.
Since 1916, Gravely has been designed, engineered, and made right here in the USA. Whether you prefer gas or electric, every Gravely has been forged with the commercial landscaper in mind. So they're not only built to last, but to also keep you riding comfortably from dawn to dusk. So ask yourself, are you ready to graduate to a Gravely?
Hey, I'm TJ Schuler with Myers Equipment Supply. Come see us for all your sales and service needs.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to wrap things up. I want to thank you for joining us today. If you're watching us on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or on television, Jade and I found out in the television business, old people like me, we watch TV, but young people like you watch on their iPad or iPod or Samsung or whatever they got, watch it on YouTube and platforms like that. But and then old people like me and your grandma, I can say that because we're about the same age. But we sit there, we like to still hold the newspaper and watch TV on a, well, now it's not a little TV, it's a smart TV or whatever, but it's smarter than I am, I'll tell you that. But if you just joined us, you can catch this show again on our YouTube platform. I want to thank everybody for checking us out here on YouTube today. But Jayden Todd, he's a senior here at West Lawrence High School, has committed to the Florida State Seminoles. When I saw you in that uniform, it was like, I told you, Mom, I was so proud. I was like the proud daddy of the grandpa or something, you know, because I've watched you grow up. And when you see kids like that do good in whatever, don't have to be sports, whatever it is, go on and get good jobs or whatever. But I'm so proud of you. And tell us one more time before we go, people just joined us, why you picked Florida State.
Florida State, when I got there, it felt like home. It's a great place. The coaches I love the coaches. They love me. It's great hospitality. I mean, I feel like it's an elite university, one of the most elite universities in the nation.
Amen. And I know you went and saw some other programs. You considered some other programs. What were they?
I considered Virginia Tech. I mean, there were places like Liberty, Mercer, UAB, different places like that. And Florida State just really stood out to me. So.
Virginia Tech, Michael Vick. Do you remember him?
He did go to
Yeah, he went to Virginia Tech. The last time I saw him play in college, they were playing Florida State. And I ain't even thought about that till you just said Virginia Tech. But yeah, they were playing Florida State, and I said, this kid is unbelievable. I just knew he'd go to the next level. You know, he was just an amazing player, you know, in college, and he played good. I don't remember who won the game or anything, but Florida State has quite a tradition of winning. They have been at the top many times, especially during Coach Bowden days. What footprint do you see on Florida State campus of Coach Bobby Bowden?
You see a lot. I mean, he was a great coach. I feel like he really led that whole university just be at the top for so long. And then you have Coach Norvell taking over his footsteps, which is a great coach, a great guy. So I feel like he'll follow in those footsteps well. I mean, he's going to do a great job there.
Yeah, well, good. Well, we're looking forward to, I have actually been praying for you the last few days for your safety this year. Have a good senior year, because you end on a good note. That means you start on a good note when you get to Florida State. So I hope y'all have a great year. We'll be following you throughout the year. And then when you get to Florida State, and like I told you earlier, if you just joined us, I've already christened him to go on and follow in Bebe's steps. Bebe was a great player here at West Lawrence High School, and I remember seeing him, and we archive all this footage, but I'm looking at you now. You are a big kid, but so was Bebe. But when he went off to Georgia Tech to play college, the next time I saw him was at Dublin Middle School. He came back for something, talked to the kids there. And I went in this room where these guys were. I said, oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for Bebe. And he said, here I am, Mr. Deal. I said, no, you're not Demarius. He said, yeah. I said, what happened to you? But they put him on that weight program in college. You just think you lift weights here. And you know what's going to happen there. And you're going to get bigger and stronger. And that 300 and that 380 is going to turn into 400 and 480 probably, or more. But we are excited about that, and we just wish you the best.
I appreciate it, yes, sir.
Okay. Jayden Todd, a brand new commit to the Florida State Seminoles. Well, however you're watching us today, YouTube or Instagram, Facebook, on TV, thank you so much for watching us today right here on TV 35. From humble beginnings with a desire to serve the Dudley community, Bank of Dudley has grown to 5 locations, serving Lawrence, Twiggs, and surrounding counties. Serving our community since 1905, the Bank of Dudley is looking forward to its 2nd century of community banking. Drop in today to any of our 5 locations: Jeffersonville, Dudley, East Dublin, Veterans Boulevard, and downtown Dublin. Bank of Dudley, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
As a small business owner, when I first bought the company, I had so much on my plate and was worried about what to do next. One thing I didn't have to worry about was health insurance for my employees. Darren came in, laid it out, and just made the process so simple. He'll come, sit down, explain each plan, each option, and it's just been a great relationship. Darren's the type of guy that if it's a good fit, he'll tell you. He's not going to try to sell you something that's not good for you.
Well, Mike and his team have been clients for a long time, and it's just like working with family. My first paying job, I worked at Piggly Wiggly here in Dublin as a bag boy. So things have come full circle that I get to work with Mike and his employees, and we do our very best to answer their questions, fill their needs, and we work out things on an individual basis.
Dealing with Darren is not just Darren by himself. He has his family around him and other team members that we can depend on. We can pick up the phone, call Allison or any of them and get the same professional care. If you're a small business owner in this area, you owe it to yourself to sit down and give Darren a chance to show you what he can do for your business.
They're just really great guys to work with, and part of our family as well. Local and loving it.
Since 1967.
The tradition continues.